All right, we're back here on the GSMC Baseball Podcast, bringing you our second segment. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you again to please like and follow the show. We do get a number of questions from viewers, so to ensure that your question does get read on the air, please use the link gsmcpodcast.net. It really does help the show, and it really does mean a lot, so thank you so much for that. And let's get back into the show today. All right, so we just recapped AL games of yesterday. Today we'll be doing similar. And we'll be doing the NL games of yesterday. So yeah, let's get straight into that. All right, so the first game we have is Braves White Sox. Yes, another in the league game, but I think you guys know the deal by now. So first, in the top of the third, we had Ronald Acuna Jr. grounding into a force out to a Yohan Moncada, scoring Travis d'Arnaud, making it 1-0 early for Atlanta. Orlando Arcia then hit an RBI double, scoring 2 to make it 3-0 in the top of the fourth, Atlanta. Then a wild pitch by pitcher Brian Shaw to score Austin Riley, made it 4-0 Atlanta. Top of the sixth, then, we had Ozzie Albies hitting an RBI double to score Acuna to make it 5-0 Atlanta. Austin Riley then hit an RBI single to score Ozzie Albies in the same inning to make it 6-0. Top of the eighth, Austin Riley then blew the doors off of the joint with a 3-run homer, making it 9-0. His first one of the season, I might add, making it 9-0 Atlanta. So, no surprises here. The Braves are really, really good, and the White Sox are not, and I think that's pretty clear as why this game is a blowout. I don't think anyone's surprised about that. Charlie Morton in his first outing of the season was really, really solid, going 5 2/3, only giving up 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. Yes, it's against the White Sox, but any strong start is encouraging for Charlie Morton, who is on the older side, and you are kind of relying on to do a lot for this team, so I think that's really positive for them. After that, we have the White Sox pitching. Chris Flexen making one of his first starts for the White Sox. He went 4 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, 3 walks, 6 hits, having an 8.31 ERA on the day. Not great, but it's kind of expected when you have Chris Flexen in 2024 against the Braves lineup. I don't know why I said 2024, by the way. It's acting like Chris Flexen was ever good, because he's not. So, I mean, it's the White Sox, and you're playing the Braves, one of the better teams in the league. So, not really a big surprise here on how this ended up. So, yeah. After that, we had Cubs-Rockies in the bottom of the sixth to open up the scoring. Christopher Morel singled on a sharp ground ball to Nolan Jones, scoring Ian Happ and Seiya Suzuki, and also Christopher Morel after a fielding error by Nolan Jones. So an inside the park home run, quote unquote, but more of an error. So it was exciting, but it was an error. So that's all it was. Cody Bellinger then hit an RBI single to score Mike Tauchman and Yan Gomes to make it 5-0 Chicago, which is where the scoring would end. But I think mainly the real storyline here for this game is on the pitching side. Shota Imanaga made his MLB debut today for the regular season, going 6 innings, giving up only 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks, no runs, I should say, sorry. And wow, was he impressive. He had a perfect game through 5, I believe. Was striking out people. His pitches were going really, really well. So a really, really strong debut here by Imanaga. I think this is what the Cubs could have asked for and more. So, yeah, a really, really strong start by him with all the question marks he had coming over to America. It's really nice that he started off on such a strong foot. And if I'm a Cubs fan, I'd be excited watching what he does next. So, yeah, great job by Imanaga to start his MLB career and having a really nice game. Nancy Altamonte and Drew Smyly were also nice out of the bullpen, which was a good job by the pen there and good bullpen management by new manager Craig Counsell. Dakota Hudson, starting for the Rockies, gave up 0 earned runs and 3 runs because of the error. So he really went 5 1/3 innings, giving up no earned runs, only walking 2, but only striking out 2. So a very interesting start by him. I don't think he's going to do much this season, not because of his ability, but because he plays for the Colorado Rockies, who are not known to be a pitcher's ballpark or a pitcher's organization. So, yeah, not really thinking he's going to do much this season, but still an okay start by him. Got unlucky with the fielding, of course, but that's going to happen when you play for the Rockies, who aren't very good. Going to Pittsburgh, Washington here. The Pirates are looking to remain undefeated this season. New addition Michael A. Taylor hit a sacrifice fly in the top of the second to make it 1-0. After that, we had Brian Reynolds grounding out to score a run. O'Neal Cruz to make it 2-0 Pittsburgh in the top of the second, so a nice start there. Lane Thomas hit an RBI singles, scoring Victor Robles, trying to get them back on the board here, making it 2-1. Connor Joe then hit an RBI single to get some insurance for Pittsburgh, making it 3-1. Then after that, Riley Adams tied up the game in the bottom of the seventh with his first home run of the season, scoring Ildemaro Vargas. Connor Joe then hit another RBI, hitting a double to score Michael A. Taylor, making it 4-3 Pittsburgh. So a really nice job today by Connor Joe, and nice job to keep getting the runs going and get a lot of insurance. After that, we had Brian Hayes hitting more insurance, getting an RBI double, scoring Connor Joe to make it 5-3. Andrew McCutchen then hit an RBI single to score Brian Hayes, and then the Pirates blew the doors off with Brian Reynolds hitting an RBI double to score Michael A. Taylor and Alika Williams to make it 8-3 Pittsburgh. C.J. Abrams would then hit an RBI single to make it 8-4, but that was it for the game. Pirates remain undefeated and a really strong game by them. Yes, they haven't played great teams, but still a really, really strong start to the season by the Pirates. I don't think they're complaining at all. Mackenzie Gore started one of his first games of the season for the Nationals, going 5 1/3, giving up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and striking out 6. An okay start by him. Nothing to write home about, but nothing that was completely horrible, so I think it's good for him. Again, he is one of the young guys that Nationals fans are looking forward to in the future, a guy who is going to be really, really good for them, and I think is going to be a big part of that core going forward. So you want to see as much positive stuff you can going forward. So yeah, good job by him. Matt Barnes did not do great in one of his first games for the Nationals, so that's another thing. Mark Gonzalez in his first game for the Pirates went 5 innings, gave up 1 earned run, only struck out 2, but only walked 2. So now I've been talking about the Pirates pitching a lot, and I kept saying, how can you be competitive if Mark Gonzalez is throwing consistent innings for you? So good for him for proving me wrong a little bit. I'm still not very high on him, still not high in this Pirates pitching, but they're 5-0 right now. Mark Gonzalez was performing well, so I'm not going to really talk any trash about the Pirates right now because they're performing really, really well. And it's kind of all you can say. So yeah, good job by them. So the next game we'll be talking about today is going to be Reds-Phillies, a battle of 2 Red teams. In the bottom of the first, Alec Boehm opened up the scoring by making a 2-0 Philly, hitting an RBI double, scoring Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner. After that, we had Christian Encarnacion Strand in the top of the 6th, getting them back in the game, hitting an RBI single, scoring Jonathan India. After that, Heimer Candelario tied up the game, scoring Spencer Steer on an RBI single to tie the game up at 2-2. Then in the top of the 10th, Spencer Steer blew the doors off the game. I've said that expression a lot, I feel like, so sorry about that, but it's exciting. So he hit a grand slam in the top of the 10th to make it 6-2 Cincinnati, scoring Bubba Thompson, Will Benson, and Jonathan India. So great job by him. Phillies tried to come back with a Trey Turner RBI single, but no, it was too late then. Reds already had all the momentum. So a really great job by Spencer Steer to fill in. I mean, you've had a lot of injuries so far. You've already lost Matt McClain. You've lost your other guys like Novelli Marte. So I think it's a really nice job by Spencer Steer to remind people of how good he is and remind people of how good this Reds team is. So yeah, a really strong start to the season by them, being 3-1, and a really great job by Spencer Steer. Going over the pitching now, we had Abbott here for the Reds. Andrew Abbott, he went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, only walking 2 and striking out 4. So a pretty okay start to the season, nothing too special, but against a lineup like the Phillies, I think this is something you're always going to take. Emilio Pagan in his Reds debut only gave up 1 hit, which was nice, and Brent Suter as well did good. Actually, he didn't actually do good. Sorry, I read that score wrong, but yeah, he went a 3rd inning and gave up 2 hits, so not a great start by him, but still I think it's going to be a valuable piece of this bullpen for the Reds going forward in the season. Christopher Sanchez had an okay start, going 5 innings, giving up 2 earned runs, striking out 8 and only walking 1, so that was good. So I think he's going to be a big part of this Phillies rotation going into the year, especially now with Taijuan Walker getting hurt. This is a guy that really has to step up for the Phillies if they want to be competitive, and I think starts like that will continue to be good. You don't need 7 innings, 1 earned run out of him because he's your 4 or 5. You need just okay innings like that where he pitches well and you need the hitting to keep going. So Again, like I said, you don't need the superstar outings by Sanchez, but you need good, solid outings, which is what you got here from him. So, yeah, good job there. After that, you had Connor Brogdon come in, and he was the one who gave up the grand slam to Spencer Steer. So, not a great job by him. One of the more notable Phillies relief arms. So, not a great start to the year for him, but, start of the season. So, can't be too mad here. And not the last one. Next Sentinel game we have is going to be Cardinals-Padres. Nolan Arenado in the top of the first hit an RBI double to open the scoring early, make it 1-0. We then had Wilson Contreras hit a 2-run home run, making it 3-0. So a really great start by the Cardinals early against the knuckleballer Matt Waldron. Paul Goldschmidt then in the top of the second hit an RBI single to make it 4-0 St. Louis. So again, just really, really hitting the knuckleballer Matt Waldron really, really well. So great job there. Jackson Merrill hit his first MLB home run, which is really exciting for Padres fans, making it 4-1. Brendan Donovan then hit a 2-run home run, scoring Mason Wynn to make it 6-1. And in the bottom of the sixth, Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his third home run of the season, making it 6-2. But it was not enough to defeat the Cardinals, as they would end up winning 6-2. So not a great start for Matt Waldron, who is the team's 5-starter now, going 4 innings, giving up 4 earned runs, 9 hits, 1 walk, striking out 7, but giving up a home run and having a 9 ERA, so not great. Johnny Brito, who they got in the Soto trade, was also not great out of relief, going an inning, giving up 3 runs, giving up 3 hits and 2 runs, so not great there as well. So Padres definitely need to pick the pitching up if they want to be competitive. I think they will, but it's a matter of time now. Cardinals, you had Kyle Gibson going for them. I've talked a lot of crap about him, how bad I thought the signing was, but hey, he performed really, really well against an elite Padres lineup, going 7 innings, giving up only 2 earned runs, only walking 2, only striking out 4. But hey, keep going 7 innings with only 2 runs. I don't think any Cardinals fan is going to be complaining. Ryan Helsley was great out the bullpen saving it. So was Jojo Romero. So yeah, great job by the Cardinals to have a great pitching day as well as your hitting day. I've talked a lot about how their hitting is really going to have to overtake their pitching. But if their pitching keeps performing like that, I think they'll be a great team. I don't think it will, but still a great job by them to open one of their first games like that with that great pitching. We then had a very historic matchup here, the first Giants-Dodgers game of the year. Shohei Ohtani grounded out to Thairo Estrada to score the first run of the game, Mookie Betts, to make it 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Freddie Freeman then hit an RBI single, scoring Mookie Betts in the bottom of the third, making it 2-0. Will Smith hit a sacrifice fly to score Ohtani, making it 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Conforto tried getting some runs back for the Giants, hitting a solo home run in the top of the sixth. Teoscar Hernandez then really took the game in the Dodgers' direction, making it 6-1 with a 3-run home run, his 4th of the season. Off to an amazing start with the Dodgers because, of course, it's the Dodgers. They do this. To make it 6-1, as I said, Wilmer Flores then hit a RBI single, scoring Lamont Wade, making it 6-2. But it would be no match for the Dodgers' overpowered lineup, who would then score 2 more runs with a Freddie Freeman RBI double and a Will Smith RBI single, making it 8-2. Jorge Soler would get a sacrifice fly in the top of the 9th, but the Dodgers would end up winning this division rival matchup 8-3. So, amazing job by the Dodgers. Again, when the Dodgers stars come through, no one can stop them in this league. So, I mean, really an incredible positive here by the Dodgers. So, yeah, a great game by them. A great job for their players to come through. So, yeah, nothing to really complain about here. So, yeah, those are the NL games of yesterday. That was the recap of it. Some really exciting moments happened. Of course, not really as exciting as the AL, where you had that great Mets-Tigers game, and then you had the Reinhold Blanco no-hitter for the Astros. A really great story again. So, yeah, still a good day for the NL. But that is our second segment here. We go into a break, and we'll be talking about a third segment, which is about Josh Jung, his injury for the Texas Rangers, him being out for a little while, and how big of an impact that is going to have on the Texas Rangers. So, yeah, we talk about that. Well, first we go on a break, and we'll see you after that. Thanks, bye.
Looking for your daily fix of